Going live, going live.
Finally, we are live. Hello, friends.
Hi. You look so colorful and bright on your phone.
It's because the computer on my phone, the camera on my phone is way better than
Yeah.
the one on my computer.
It's really, my phone is like that too. So, but wow.
Yeah. Well,
It's like seeing you right here in my living room.
oh my God. Live in Technicolor. Let's see. Oh, hey, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
See, I want to keep looking at like where the camera would be on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
That's not where it is. So.
Oh, I get it.
So if I look like I'm staring off at the distance, it's just because I'm looking at us.
Okay. That makes sense.
But how was your Monday? How's everybody else's Monday?
My Monday was good. I got about half of my packing and invoicing done. So the other half, other half of the folks who bought something last night, I'm going to pack an invoice tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, okay.
So halfway.
You're there.
Yeah.
It's all downhill now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I know you had a busy weekend. You went to the Strawberry Festival.
Mm-hmm.
I assume there's a video coming.
As soon as I have the energy to even download the footage, I will put together a video, but it might be a few days.
I had a very full weekend. It was a little. I'm surprised I'm still standing upright, actually, because I did a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And my back is currently only like minorly angry at me. Oh no, Kim, what happened? Kim said her Monday's okay now, but yesterday and this morning was not good.
Yeah, what happened? What was your yesterday? What kind of fiasco happened to you?
Hey, Christy.
Hi, Christy. Hey, Jennifer.
Can I highlight people on my phone? Yeah, I can. Good. Christy. Yeah, you'll have to bear with me as I figure out how my phone works. In addition to this.
Oh boy.
Well, what did I do this weekend?
Catherine. Oh.
Well, we're here to make you feel better, if at all possible. Let's see.
While I was waiting for you to come back into the stream, I practically finished my tea.
Oh,
I just
you were thirsty.
I chugged the whole thing practically. Got maybe 2 sips left.
My computer's back on, but I think I'm just going to stick with my phone as far as visual goes. But I will go ahead and get my history highlight added so that I can present that.
Oh, family stuff. Kim said she had family stuff.
Family stuff is hard. I had family stuff this weekend, but it was all good. I got to do Disney karaoke with my nieces and take a nap. Well, they took a nap. I just rested in the air conditioning. Well, congrats, Christy. She started her new job today.
Yes.
And what else? Actually, I'm going to add 2 things.
Oh, I'm sorry. My nose gets itchy a lot, and it's like super itchy. I'm not going to be able to stop touching it.
Oh, that's okay. I just got over. I'm pretty sure it was like hay fever because me and the allergies last week, we were not friends. It was not nice to me. I lived on Dayquil. Let's see what else happened. Oh, I'll have a fun video coming out because I
Jennifer,
went.
are you really angry, Jennifer? I feel like what could happen to you where it would make you angry?
Hey, there's a lot in the world right now that can make you angry.
I don't know. For some reason, I feel like Jennifer is one of those in my head, Jennifer, you're one of those cool cucumbers who just always has something to say to make things lighter, funnier, more enjoyable. So I can't picture you angry.
Have you ever seen me angry?
You angry? I can picture you angry. Yeah.
Hulk Angela. um, yesterday I went to Prickett's Fort, which I've talked about before. It's a local frontier era fort, and I've got like familial relations to that
Oh,
establishment.
like ancestral
Yeah.
relations? Oh.
And they were doing a, what did they call it? I want to call not rustic crafts, but basically crafts of the time period. So like they had people who were doing leather work and
Primitive crafts?
watercolors, primitive crafts, yes. But when I hear primitive these days, I think of like, Americana primitives, but it was a primitive craft fair. Oh no.
You see what Catherine Young said. Hold on. Oh, okay. 11 more days and almost 15 years down the drain, unemployed.
Claudia!
Claudia, hi!
Catherine says she can be all the dwarfs. The
Yeah,
new dwarf.
I saw that. I
Moody,
saw that.
emotional, petty, and self-pity.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
saw
feel
her.
like there's gotta be, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 2 more. Let's see. Anxious. Anxious
Yeah.
would be a good new dwarf. And depressed. Dwarfs for the modern age. I'm so sorry to hear that, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Well, I did not make the thumbnail to reflect the fact that it's our 2-year anniversary. But in just a few days, it will be our technical 2-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And
The beginning of our 3rd year together.
that's crazy.
I know.
And you'll be here soon.
I know. I
By the
know.
way, I got another air conditioner for upstairs. I know you don't even like to stay upstairs, but I feel like
It's just it has to do with my bladder.
yeah.
Just
Maybe someday when you visit, there will be a bathroom up there, but that's going to be a number of years down the road.
yeah.
Let's see. Well, do we want to start with history highlight or do we want to start with fun questions and show and tell?
Let's do well, what do you want to do? You're on you drive. You can drive.
Let's do that. Well, first I want to show something before I forget.
Okay.
So, because you did, and it's funny because next week when you see all the slides, like a lot of them are throwbacks to previous B&Bs. So, this one is a throwback to yours. And I was going to do a full history highlight on this artist, but I might still, but we needed to see this art.
Oh.
Because it's John Singer Sargent from 1911 called Non Chaloir Repose.
Wow.
But you see what she's wrapped in?
Shawl.
A piano scarf.
His shawl.
With Paisley.
Yeah.
She's just like, I wish I was that relaxed.
I know. She does look I mean, like deep, deep in sleep.
Is she asleep or is she just like laying there?
I thought she was sleeping. I mean, I don't have my glasses on, so are her eyes open or
I
closed?
think her eyes are open
Oh,
and she's
okay.
like staring into the distance.
Oh, okay.
You know, I don't know what she has to like focus on so hard because this is not a poor lady because look at the frame behind her on the wall. The size of that painting.
Yeah, the frame itself looks like it's practically 10 inches.
So she she rich. What's she have to worry about? That's what I need to know. What is she contemplating? She probably did party too hard. There was some to do in the ballroom last night, and
Yeah,
now her
maybe
feet hurt.
maybe the fabric she ordered from the boutique got delayed in Paris and won't be there in time for her next event.
The next soiree, she'll have to repeat a dress.
Oh no.
The horror. Anyway, that's all. Just wanted to show that one. But so yeah, so we are going to mix it up. So we'll start with the history highlight, and this is also a nod to one you've done in the past because they did very similar subject matter at around the same time. And I want to introduce y'all to Ida Rintoul Uthwaite. I think I'm saying that correctly. She was born June 9th, 1888. And as evidenced by both the thumbnail and the little image here, the Fae have returned to the conversation. She was born in Victoria, Australia, began drawing at a very young age. Her first publication was in the New Idea magazine in just 1903 when she was only 15. Her drawings accompanied a story written by her older sister, Annie Rattray Rintoul. In the years that followed, they collaborated on a number of stories, and this is both the cover and the title page from their very first book that was published in 1904 when she was just 16.
Wow.
But look at the bats.
I saw the bats.
And I don't know what it's about, but it's called Molly's Bunyip.
Bunyip.
I don't know what a bunyip is. I did not look it up.
I want to look that up. Bunyip. But I love the bats.
The bats continue. Just wait.
Bunyip in Australian Aboriginal folklore is a legendary monster said to inhabit the reedy swamps and lagoons of the interior of Australia.
It's a cryptid. Thanks, Catherine.
It
It's an Australian cryptid.
Yes.
So this original copy was actually up for auction last month, but it got no bidders. The estimate was 1,000 to 1,500. So somebody somewhere has this for sale, and they didn't get any takers the last time it went to auction. So keep an eye out.
Wow.
But one of the things she did do, because in Australia at that time, just like elsewhere, fairy tales weren't very prevalent until about this time. And she wanted to include Aboriginal and Bush themes in her stories. So that is what sets her apart largely from like the European and English fairy authors like Rackham and those others. So let me move on. And so she married Arthur Grinby Uthwaite on December 8th, 1909. Following her marriage, she continued to make books with her husband. Our most popular are The Enchanted Forest in 1921, The Little Fairy Sister in 23, and Fairyland in 1926. In many of her books, her children, Robert, Anne, Wendy, and William, were models for her illustrations. And mostly they're like very joyful. And there's like heavy nature, but I just love these little dancing bunnies.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Um, we're just doing a brief history. Then we're going to look at lots of illustrations. So these are her books in general. So if you find these out in the wild, snap them up because she's growing in popularity. Because people are understanding the role she played for women in the art movement in Australia at that time. I just want to draw your attention to the title of the first one, The
Yeah,
Fairies of Ferngully.
Ferngully.
So, Ferngully, that was turned into a movie, was also written by an Australian author. And I guarantee she was influenced
Yeah.
by Ida Rentoul Uthwaite. I was looking and looking for like a copy of the Fairies of Ferngully to see like where, they came tied together, and I had no luck. But I would love to talk to the author of the modern Ferngully and see, where she first learned about it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's that.
I wonder how many copies were. I wonder how many copies kind of stayed in Australia and how many copies got out.
Well, so based on, and stories, not storied. So the Fairies of Ferngully, 1903, that was her first story. That was the one that was in the New Idea magazine.
Okay.
So I didn't have time to like do a search on my university's website, but maybe I could find it digitized somewhere
Mm-hmm.
because we're well past copyright at this point in time. But a lot of these, I mean, the titles they just make me want to read them. So I hope I find one in the wild at some point in time.
The Sentry and the Shell Fairy. That sounds very interesting.
Wait, just you wait. So now we're getting into the pretties.
Oh.
So, you see a lot of Art Nouveau influences. And she was writing books until the mid 40s, 50s. I love her ones that are seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one looks like a fall fairy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's lots of butterflies. I love the writing of the butterfly.
Yeah, I like that too. Oh! Now, that's fantastic.
And then look at the right. Look at the little brownies.
Oh
Or gnomes or
yeah.
what have you. But it looks like she's scolding them. So they've been up to some kind of mischief.
Yeah, they're all kind of peeking out like they
They're
did some.
hiding. They're like,
They're in trouble.
They're in trouble with the fairy. I really want to know what the one with the lady riding the bat is from.
Me too.
So I couldn't get that far into the weeds, but I still will at some point in time. A lot of these are available from like people doing prints, modern reprints online. I don't know that I found any contemporary prints for sale because she did a lot of, in addition to illustrations for her books and stories, she did illustrations for commercial use. That was how she largely made money, because for some reason illustration was open to women, whereas art was not at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her doing her face in a water drop.
Oh my God. That's precious. Now, that is an adorable image to put in your bathroom.
And I would bet this is one of the ones that she did for maybe a powder company.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Just because like there's a little perfume bottle there, plus powder puff. And then of course another one, she's painting the flowers.
Oh. Yeah, you can
little
see
mushroom.
a little reflection of her face in the
Yeah,
dewdrop.
they're delightful. And so now I want to find prints,
Yeah,
either to make my own or purchase one, and turn my garden bathroom into a fairy bathroom because,
yeah,
I mean, it's basically the
yeah,
same thing.
and it's cute
Just
that
gonna
the
add some fairies in.
uh-huh, it's cute that the one on the right, the fairy has a little bob, like a little 20s bob.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what is this. Oh, here are the ones I was referencing.
Are you sure the one on the left isn't Arthur Rackham?
Yes, it's Ida
That
Ridgewood.
looks that looks so much like his style.
It's hers.
Wow.
Look at the little frogs on the
They're
toadstools.
cute as all heck.
But they were operating, at similar times.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably a lot of influence.
Though I don't know how much she was seeing. I don't know what. Obviously, the UK to Australia was
Yeah.
common trade, but she was developing her own. I
Mm.
will find the beep someday, Jennifer. Don't look at me. One thing at a time. I'm used to the beep, so it's not high in my priorities.
Yeah.
Today I put in an air conditioner and I am beat. So, and I had my friends brought me a pool table. So the plans for the speakeasy are coming together.
Is the one on the right with the blue, is it actually longer? Like, are there more trees and you just had to cut it off to squeeze it
Yeah,
in?
I had to squeeze it in a little bit to get them both on the same page.
Yeah. I'd like to
Um,
I'd like to see the full image on that one. That one
but
I like all the straight trees behind her.
you can find her initials on these. Like if you look carefully, either she has her full name or she has either OR or ORO,
Uh-huh.
IRO, I mean, not O, because of Ida. So that's how you can recognize her prints because she signed most of them.
Oh,
I
wow.
love the waterfall one. That's the waterfall fairy.
Wow.
And then, of course, the spider web and the one. Are those crocuses?
Hmm, I don't know.
Tammy, people who know flowers. Um, but just they're just dreamy. I just absolutely I
Yeah.
love them all, and I feel like she needs more airtime.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really liking the graphic ones, like
Okay,
the one.
so her most popular book, Elves and Fairies, is just considered a pivotal moment in Australian publishing history. It was one of the first fine art books printed in Australia, published in 1916. Just a few months later, her publisher also produced a production of The Art of Frederick McCubbin, who was also a popular illustrator of the time. It was cloth bound on high grade paper, um, and the exhibitions of her work that followed, like, got her worldwide recognition.
Oh,
And
wow.
I just wanted to include this little poem because I love the little hugging bunnies. And it says, I saw a little fairy, the sweetest and the best. We roam afar together, o'er marsh and mountain crest. She followed Jack o' Lantern and left the fairy ring. She's my little fairy queen, and I'm her king.
Oh.
But another toss back to previous B&B, Jack o' Lantern.
Mhm.
It's all coming together. But this is the copy. This is a picture of the original of a first edition of Elves and Fairies that
Okay.
was produced. And this is one of the images. This is for sale for
Really?
$2,750.
2,700, you said?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's up there in the corner. You can't see. The duck is blocking
Oh,
0.
I see it. Okay.
So
Wow.
originals of hers are available on the market, but they are gaining popularity because people are doing more research on her. And coming back to the Aborigine, in 1907, she illustrated a series of songbooks on bush themes, and it premiered during the Women's Work exhibition in Melbourne. It was a groundbreaking event at the time. Like, it was, the era of suffragists and feminists, like, first being established. And it was a showcase of women's achievement in art, music, craft, and other pursuits. And this was in 1907.
Wow.
So she was really like, even though, yeah, she was a wife, she was a mother, but she was like blazing a trail for artists in Australia to follow coming.
Wow.
But there are people working to put these songs, I think, to music and to get her celebrated for that as well.
That's so cool. I mean, she started so young. I mean, she got so much
Yeah.
support from such a young age.
Well, yeah, and her husband like joined it. He wrote some of her stories later. She continued to write, like her sister continued to write for her. So, it was definitely a family affair. I thought you'd like this.
Oh, I love it. Oh, look at the little babies in the back. Oh my God. Oh, I love it.
When the moon peeking over the hills.
Yeah. I love
You can
it.
see she fully signed this one. It's in the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah.
It's after her
I love
marriage.
this. I love this. I want it. I want to frame it.
And then, of course, this was the image that I used for the thumbnail.
Hmm.
It's just us having a chat.
Yeah.
I'm the frog. Just too cute.
She kind of looks like, the frog. It's like the frog is having an issue and
Yeah,
she's,
the frog is about to have a breakdown.
yeah.
And he's sitting on a rock with the fairy, and she's his therapist at this point in time.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? Some woman probably picked him up and kissed him, and he's just in shock because they read about the Frog Prince, and now he's like, all these people are kissing me, and I don't know what to do about it. He's like, who's gonna kiss me next? I don't want to.
I'm being accosted left and right. Oh my goodness. Are those
And
koalas? Are those koalas?
those are koalas. So this was kind of a commentary about like Australians like trying to live it up in like full on Western style.
Uh-huh.
So she stuck the koalas in, coat tails, and they're having their tea and their drinks. And I love this little tiny guy in the front who's popping off some champagne. Do you see him?
I do.
Yeah.
I certainly do.
That is me, Catherine. And I just wanted to end on that one because that was the one that really made me laugh.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could have added so many more, but like y'all, like go do a Google search. Like if you just type in Ida Rental Uthwaite like images, like
Images.
you get flooded. There were so many. Those were just like some of my absolute favorites.
They're wonderful.
And it's funny because I didn't know anything about her, and somebody shared. I think it was an article about her, and I was like, or Google recommend, maybe Google. It was, who knows. What happened to Tippy?
Oh, well, she was worried because her new job requires her to actually leave the house. So Tippy's used to her
Separation anxiety.
working from home, so she was worried, but it ended up being a short day, so it wasn't as traumatic as
Okay,
a
that's
full,
good.
like, 8 to 9 hours without her.
He'll get used to it.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. My cats always want me around, but
Mhm.
they were driving me. Oh, I had to work from home 2 days last week because they were paving near my building and I couldn't get there. And at one point, I was like, "Cats, I'm gonna lock myself in my room because I can't take it." They were like fighting. Like Malcolm was doing his normal thing to get my attention.
Mhm.
Well, not the peeing part. The diapers are still working, but he would stand on my coffee table, and I have this gorgeous enameled bowl, and he would take his paw and go like this, and then let it go, so it would flunk down. It would just be like plump, 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 staring right at me.
"Hey, mom, see what I'm doing? Hey, mom,
He's
look
like,
what I'm doing."
"Are you annoyed yet? Are you annoyed yet? I'm gonna keep doing it." And then it had stuff in it, and he was like flinging it all out with his paws.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna.
Apparently, it's well, you were there last night. I was tired. I was exhausted last night too, Jennifer.
All right,
Saturday destroyed me. I'm still recovering.
I don't need to look at my computer anymore. So now, um, yeah. So Ida, I love her. I want
Yeah.
to find. Bucket list would be to find like a framed image from an old magazine somewhere. But
I would love to find a book.
I might have to go to Australia to do that though.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, I know people in Australia. Maybe I could just, hey, could you pop
Yeah.
out to
Not
some
too bad of
antique stores and
Yeah.
see if there's any Ida Boothway books? It's okay. But so for the celebration portion,
Yeah.
where do we want to begin?
Well, I didn't write down I mean, the only questions from someone in the comments was, "What was your best find and worst find?" And I still don't have a worst find. I can't think of a worst find.
Fine.
I don't even have a best find.
I had
I'm terrible. I
well,
can't
mine is basically my new favorite thing because I just bought it on Tuesday.
pick.
And it's probably one of my best finds. But I wanted to grab my worst find. I, I got it. Hold on. I gotta see if I'm sitting on it. No. Where did I put it?
It's too hard to choose. I have so many finds that I think are great. It's tough.
I have it.
Did you see what Catherine said?
No.
Look, look, look.
I'm daddy. That's true.
Isn't that great?
So true. Well, I was gonna show you this absolutely ridiculous walnut head doll that I bought.
A what doll?
A walnut head doll.
A walnut. Okay.
Walnut. Her face is a walnut.
Uh-huh. I remember walnut people. I think oh no, maybe they were pine cones. I had some sort of ornaments that were kind of
I
like that.
thought she was neat and interesting, but nobody agreed with me. So I still have it, right? Um, Yeah, I honestly don't know where she went. Now
Hi,
she's asleep.
Monica.
Monica! Well, I will show you. So, did I tell you what I bought on Tuesday? Catherine knows what it is.
She's laughing about the doll, but I don't think I know what your best find is. No. I think I'm in the dark.
All right. Well, if I find the walnut doll, I will show you. Wait, hold on. It's gonna drive me crazy.
Well, since I'm sitting here, I will say I think one of my best finds. I mean, you can find them around, but on the wall right here, I've got two that I got in a estate sale, and then I've got one right back there. Those are antique engravings by Piranesi, Pirensi. I think it's Giovanni Piranesi, who was like the most prolific Italian engraver for like architecture at the like pre-turn of the century. But a lot of engravings would be sold also like in the 20s and 30s and 40s. Like it was just people would some of them would get folded, like the one behind me is folded because that's how they would get to America, as people bought them in Italy on their on the tours, and they'd bring them back in their suitcase. So a lot of times they'd be folded. These two are not folded in half, but that one is folded in half. It's on that like really good, thick, textury paper. Okay, did you find the doll?
I found the doll. How do I make myself big? Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Aha. Okay. Ready?
I think. I think I remember her.
I mean,
She's cute.
I liked her.
Yeah, she's cute.
Somebody like did a lot of work to her.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she had a baby at some point
Okay.
because there's glue here, but there's nothing here, and she's looking down. And the way it's being held, I'm pretty sure she
Yeah.
had a baby at some point. But yeah. So that would be my worst. Let me get her real close. Let me get her real close.
Oh.
But I don't. I think the hair is yarn. It's not human hair.
Jennifer. Jennifer and Catherine, you guys.
Okay.
I don't have a worst find though. I can't think of one. Can't.
Well, it's a little silly because I already have one of these. But when I saw this one, I needed it. It's a cruet set. You ready?
I'm ready.
Well, let me show you. First of all, it has all its bottles.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh, nice.
But it is definitely
Oh,
aesthetic movement.
oh my God. Yeah, it is. Wow.
I mean, look at it. Wait until you see the detail on the, like, there's a little bug.
Oh, that's great.
And there's a butterfly.
I wonder if that set goes with my coffee pot.
It's quite possible. But wait until you see. Oh, look at the base.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, that's awesome. Oh yeah.
like in person, it's crazy.
That base is really great.
I mean, and I'm pretty sure this is. I'm pretty sure this is a parasol
Yeah, I don't have my glasses on, but
because it's got like a bamboo handle.
oh, okay. Okay. I think I see.
It's either that or it's a Tussie Mussy with bamboo in it. I don't know. But like the bottles are in great shape. They've got the only issue, they all have their stoppers. The only issue is this one. It has a very old repair to a crack right here, but that's not going to affect it whatsoever. I do have plans for it. That will be a video in the future because my other cruet set is actually already in use. I put it next to my
Stove.
stove, and
Mhm.
it's got olive oil,
Yeah.
garlic, um, other stuff I cook with a lot in it. I have to go look and see what's in it. But so that was my favorite find. So it was on Marketplace. Let me bring you back up here. It was on Marketplace and has been on Marketplace for a while, but he had it listed for $100,
Mhm.
which great price.
Yeah,
Fantastic
fair price. Yeah.
out of my budget. And I knew he was somewhere in Pennsylvania, but I didn't know exactly where. And then I got the notification because I had saved it that he had dropped the price to $75.
Mm.
And I was like, I could even pay for shipping with that, right? Um, and then he's like, well, what's your address so I can figure out shipping? And I was like, well, here it is. He's like, oh, I'm in Morgantown every day for doctor's appointments. I'll just bring it and meet you.
Perfect.
So I got free. So, and it just worked. And so that happened like Monday night
Wow.
after B&B
Okay.
because because the next day was election day and I was off. I was like, well, that's perfect. I'm off tomorrow. Let's meet.
Yeah.
So we met, but he couldn't take any kind of card. And it was like 8:30 in the morning. And I was like, what am I going to do? But then I found I got an aesthetic movement cruet set.
Yeah. Show just take another moment to show Karina the base at least. I mean it's all great,
The
but
cut work. It's
the
just
stand is great.
so good. Let me find the little, oh, that's like a little beetle. Somewhere here there's butterflies and beetles. And then just look at the top.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that goes with the coffee pot I got. That would be so cool.
Have you still got? Well, you can look at it when you get here.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a use for it, but if somebody else I know has a bigger use for it, I can be I can be persuaded to let it go since I have one already. But I could not let it go. It was one of those things that you know the price, the details, it's
Oh yeah.
everything's got its stopper, and they're all cut.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah, bonkers, bonkers. Um, so yeah, that's my new best find
Yeah.
so
That's a
far.
fantastic one. That's a goodie.
That's right up there with my apern, personally.
Mhm. The Apearn is so good.
That and my water pitcher.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, I did have a friend over. So after I picked that up in the morning, I went to vote, and then I had a friend over for lunch and tea, who I haven't seen since before the pandemic. I lost my voice from talking too much.
Really?
We talked for like 3.5 hours straight. We had a lot to catch up on. But it was fantastic. And so I have a pretty tablescape to share with you. But I put it on my Instagram, did I not?
I saw the photo. I remember the photo of you with the girls on your shoulder. Was it in that? Was it in that roll of pictures?
No, it was before that one.
Oh,
I think
I
I
don't.
put it on my VOA Quest one. So
Okay.
I was like, "Where's my phone?" I'm talking to you. We're all tired, okay?
Yeah.
It's been a week and it's only Monday.
Yeah.
So yeah. But we want to do an AMA portion.
AMA. Oh, ask me anything.
Ask us anything.
Ask us anything.
Ask us anything. In honor of our 2nd anniversary.
Yeah. And while you guys are thinking of questions, I'm going to ask Angela a would you rather question.
Oh, okay.
Would you rather be covered in hair or have no hair at all?
No hair.
I agree.
You can always wear a wig.
You can always wear a wig. I agree.
And the rest of it's just annoying, right? Most overrated design era. Now this is gonna tick a lot of people off. But I don't like mid-century. I don't understand. There are some things I like from it, but it kind of leaves me cold, you know? It doesn't have the sumptuousness that I enjoy in design.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't know if I consider any particular era overrated though. But I mean, I really appreciate the mid-century modern stuff, even though it might not be what I want to have all over my house.
I can look at it and appreciate it, but
right.
I don't want to
appreciate. I can appreciate what was happening at the time.
Yeah.
So,
I do love me some kitsch though, in small doses.
Yeah, maybe I don't even know if it was an era, but like in the 70s, the 70s had a Gothic revival time.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say I'm not saying I don't think it's rated as good, to be honest, by most people, but that's one of the time
underrated?
where the products that they were putting in their house. Have you ever been in a mid-century 70s home that was like that Gothic revival furniture and decor?
No, I just
really not.
I've only been in like the paneled.
It's not good.
Sunken living room situation.
Okay. Well,
so I think I would love a conversation pit. I think that would be
really
fun. Yeah.
You know, it looks good, but I've been in enough homes that have the step down living rooms where I can't stand the step down living rooms.
No, I would definitely like trip and die.
Right.
Forgetting it was there in the middle of the night.
Exactly. It's just a health hazard.
It could be an interesting Airbnb experience. Mm-hmm. I would like to go and experience it, but I don't want it in my house.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same way with me and like minimalism, right? Like I can appreciate like clean and like in a hotel or whatever.
I'm gonna choose that, Catherine. I'm gonna choose that. What she just said. The like the what is it called? Hygge?
Well, human
The
is like all comfy and cozy.
but the okay, then that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of like the minimalist.
The like Swedish modern.
This, yeah, but the minimalist Swedish modern.
Mm.
That I think is really overrated because I feel like it has no
So
personality. I get it. Maybe it's supposed to not stimulate your brain at all, which is supposed to
he
make you
stole the
calm.
soul from the design.
Right. Exactly. It's like the house has no soul.
Yeah.
So that's what I would choose, Catherine. That Swedish minimalist modern style. Yeah.
What about you all? Anyone in the chat? What's your least favorite design era?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like least favorite as opposed to overrated. Because I mean, I'm obviously not an architect. I don't know what goes into those things or design.
Okay, Angela, would you rather be hopelessly lost in an old town or lost in the forest?
Old Town.
I was thinking that too, because then, you might be able to
You can
find
discover like a haunted bookshop or something.
food.
And I mean, even though you're lost in a town, eventually you'll find your way out. But in a forest,
Yeah. Yeah.
the bear will eat me.
Jennifer Cagle says shag carpet.
Oh, yeah. The 70s shag carpet.
Mm-hmm.
The orange. Like what's on the stairs to my basement.
But I'm sure there are some like homes that probably, if done right, you could kind of like appreciate it for like if they had a super Austin Powers.
If they like commit to the theme.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I've got a very deep would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather fulfill your biggest wish or resolve your biggest regret?
See, I'm one of those weird people who tries not to live with regrets.
Right. Yeah.
So probably my biggest wish.
Yeah.
Because then I would have enough money to deal with everything else.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and for me it was too complex because I would say one of my biggest regrets was marrying my first husband, but if I didn't do that,
You
I
wouldn't have
would
your daughter.
have my daughter.
Yeah. That's the
But
thing about those changing the past situations.
right. Exactly. Yeah. So you kind of have to go with wish.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I've had some pretty terrible times and situations and relationships, but they all, you know, added up to where I am today. And today I'm
Yeah.
pretty freaking happy. So
Yeah.
I just need more money. It's the biggest wish.
That's funny. That was one of the questions of which is funny because this is telling. Would you rather never age or never have to worry about money?
Oh, money.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah, because like even if you never age, like the whole like losing everyone you love, I think would be horrific.
I guess
Because
so.
it's just you that doesn't age. So everyone around you. Yeah. Catherine says she doesn't
Well,
want to
I
outlive
guess
people.
in my head I wasn't necessarily thinking you'd never die. You just I guess I was thinking of like aging just as like a visually, but your body would still die. You just wouldn't like
But you die because you age.
but I guess in my head I was thinking like the exterior wouldn't age,
Mm.
but in my head I was thinking like the interior you'd still die and I
No.
don't know. That's what
No.
I was thinking.
I'd still rather not worry about money. I mean, you can buy a lot of plastic surgery. And you have aged gorgeously.
You need to get up close to this face.
I've been up close to your face. You're gorgeous.
Everyone's saying money.
Yeah, it's money. I mean, they say money doesn't buy happiness, but that was said by somebody with money, so
Right.
you
Totally.
can't trust them.
I know.
All right. Any more questions for us in the chat? I didn't see any pop up.
Would you rather live in a ship or on a ship or in a treehouse?
Treehouse.
If you had to choose.
Treehouse.
Treehouse.
But it has to be built by Pete Nelson of Treehouse Masters.
you guys, I'm telling you, you don't want this. But you know what I think I would choose, even though I don't like being like on the ocean because I get seasick? I think I would choose to live on a ship as long as it stayed docked.
Well, but I can leave the treehouse on vacations, right?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't know if I would want to be.
Because, if I was confined to something, no, I'd still pick the treehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want constant motion sickness.
Ooh, what are your big plans for next year? I want to go to California. I really want to go back to California because I wanted to go this year and it's definitely not going to happen. So I really want to go to California next
really
year.
want to make it to Colorado.
I would love that too.
I might be going on a big trip in the fall. It's still in the works, but I'll announce that as soon as it's finalized. I'll take y'all with me. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, virtually. I can't put you in my suitcase. That's illegal.
Yeah.
But if I could, I would. I'm gonna start working. I'm not gonna say I'll find the beat because we know how that works. I will start.
Oh, Monica, I really want to do that too.
I might.
But Angela and I need to go to France first.
Yeah.
I don't even know when that's going to happen. So
I might be near Italy, Monica. So I will, as soon as I know for certain, I will reach out to you. Because I don't know.
Yeah, if I could get there, I do know someone in Italy. If I could get my YouTube friend Tammy, who lives in Milan, if I could get her to be like, yes, come stay with me, then maybe I could go because I'd have a place to stay, and the main cost would be the plane ticket versus the lodging.
Yeah.
A lot of it just has to do with keeping it realistic.
Yeah. Outside of that, I'd like to develop a more consistent video schedule.
I always would like to do that, but
somehow real life has gotten real interesting and real busy. So yeah, it might calm down in the coming months for a variety of reasons. But yeah, I mean, I have 3 videos to edit in my phone right now. I started editing one when I was waiting to pick somebody up in my car because that was the only free time I had. But yeah, I would like more fun content.
Okay, you got me there, Jennifer. Screw vanity. I need to go to Italy.
The Italian sun will do you a world of good. Catherine wants her life to get more spicy.
Heck yeah.
Just give it time, Catherine. Just give it time.
Yeah. She speaks from experience.
I do speak from experience because January was one of the lowest points ever. Look
Yeah.
at me now. It's crazy. Crazy. Let's
Mm,
see. All right. Any other questions for us in the chat? And if you want to ask us more questions next week, you absolutely can because
yeah,
we can keep the celebration going.
yeah. We
Maybe we
can,
should keep this up.
yeah, we can do back to back.
I did have a nice fun dress on earlier, but then I got real sweaty putting the air conditioner in. I was like, I gotta change. It was sweaty, but I can already feel it working. Oh, very good.
I have not had to put on the air conditioning yet. So
Lucky you. We're at, I don't even know what the temperature. 29 degrees Celsius. That is. My phone, my watch is stuck on Celsius. Oh,
I don't know.
your guess is as good as mine as to what the temperature is. I would look on my phone, but alas, talking to you through it. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to share. Oh, it's 2 a.m. Thanks, Monica.
Oh wow. Good
Buenas
night.
day.
Sweet dreams, Monica.
Let's see. Well, we're over an hour.
We are. Look at us.
Look at that.
Look at us talking for an hour.
Holy Grail we have yet to find.
Holy Grail. Like,
Oh, a Godey's book containing Edgar Allan Poe stories. That would be a Holy Grail. I get so excited when I got that other Godey's book, but it was just 2 years off from when he was publishing in them.
mm. That's actually a really good question, though, for me, because for a long time, my Holy Grail was one of those glass oval cloches with the Globe de Marie,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
marriage veil in it. So ever since I found that, it's just like I haven't really assigned the next Grail for myself. So that's something I should think about, really.
Yeah, 1840. See, I think the one I had was 1846, and I think his first one was 1848. I'm real bad with numbers, but it was just a couple years off from when he started publishing in it. Oh, she wants to find a Margaret Keane in the wild.
Oh, wow.
Those are the big eyes, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'd really like to find that I was introduced to through Catherine Young is the pools of light necklaces. I would love, I think that's one of those grail type
Oh,
things that I wouldn't mind putting on my list. I mean, I
I
don't know.
want one of those fairy pottery pieces that you shared.
Oh, that
Gosh.
would be one. Oh, that'd be a great one.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
What
Absolutely.
was her name?
It was designer
Caroline.
Wedgwood
Caroline.
is all I'm thinking because I remember my thing saying that's Wedgwood. So I'm just picturing the thumbnail. I'm so visual. Crap. Daisy? Did she go by Daisy? Crap. I'm gonna have to rewatch.
Somebody
I'm gonna
in
re
the chat knows.
I think she went by Daisy, but I'm
But what was her fairy wear called? What was the term for that?
was it like Fairyland Luster or
Oh yeah, fairy luster, or that's what it was. I would love to find one of those. They're so pretty.
I know.
It
They're
would need to be
gorgeous.
in the back of a store covered in
Dust.
dust
So
that
yeah, exactly.
somebody just never even thought to look at.
Yeah, I
In
agree.
order for me to be able to afford it.
Right. Right.
And then I'd have to be real calm and keep a poker face of which I have none, in order to get it for a
How
good
much
price.
is
They're like,
this?
no, how much? How much is this? $2.
As you're clutching it, like, how much is this vase that I can't take my grip off of?
I know, because as far as like my holy grails, like I've got my cruet set, 2 of them now. I got my Aperon. I mean, if I find a crazy uranium glass Aperon, that would be awesome. I mean, ultimate holy grail is a uranium glass chandelier.
I would love, as along with the pools of light, I would love to find a beautiful, um, anywhere from like Victorian, Edwardian, 1920s, the uranium glass like necklace,
Mm,
like something kind of like what you have, but even more stones.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind finding one of those. But you know what? I think for Holy Grails, for me, it's going to be finding beautiful paintings. That's really what I know I shared this before, where I was talking about like what I really want to look for. And I was focusing on like smaller paintings because the bigger you get, the more expensive they are. But no matter what size,
You want one the size of the lady was in front of a full
sure,
wall.
sure, that too, but paintings really are it's not like necessarily like a holy grail, but it's really what I want
But
to
you want to
find.
focus on.
I want to focus on and find
Hmm.
is paintings. And I keep getting artwork, like just artwork in general. They're not paintings. I mean, but that's what I would love to like try to just say, Heather, no, don't get the beautiful engraving lithograph. Wait for a painting. But I didn't last time. I still came home with two
I know,
two.
but some lithographs are awesome too.
Yeah.
So I would. She's putting it all in there. Witchcraft book, fortune telling teacup with symbols. Ooh, I like those. Oh, a Tessie Mussy.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to look up the pools of light necklace.
Oh, there's one that I think is probably the jewelry hoarder, but there's one where it's like instead of just like one little crystal ball, but it's like looks like a little crystal ball. Instead of just like one, it's literally at least 6 of them hanging on a
Um,
delicate chain, and they're cool because they look like crystal balls. It's
I would love to find a crystal ball, actually.
I I got a crystal ball.
Did you tell me this?
No.
Oh.
I get lots of things that I forget about. I forget to show you or
But
share.
it's got to be on a cool brass dragon stand. That's what I.
Well, this crystal ball is on. It's on its own. It's like fused to its own stone base,
Oh.
but it's still big.
Are you keeping it away from windows?
Yeah, it's in my bookcase.
Mhm.
It's tucked away in the bookcase,
Good.
but it's a nice size. It's a nice
Oh,
size.
I would like to find an old Ouija board. Maybe not one of the like traditional ones, but one of the random ones that was made at that time. Um, oh, I would love like a real Aubusson tapestry. You got the carpet. I want a
Yeah,
tapestry.
yeah. Well, you can put a carpet on the wall if you want.
That's true. I mean, I have a faux Aubusson tapestry over there. Or actually, no, strike that because those are usually way too big. I want some person's awesome needlework version of one of the unicorn tapestries.
Oh, that would be cool.
Because the size would probably fit in my house.
Hmm.
And I just love rescuing handicrafts. So
Would you?
one.
I've got a book on the unicorn tapestries. Would you want it? I can give it to you.
I love unicorns. I need to do a unicorn tablescape.
Yeah.
I have that awesome crocheted thing I got from Stacy May that has a unicorn on it.
Yeah. Christy was telling me, she said, Heather, your next video needs to be a tablescape. And I said, okay, but I haven't thought about it. But I told her I would. So I need to figure something out.
We can talk about it. My friends stopped. So my friends Robert and Don brought me a pool table, and his daughter and her boyfriend assisted, and so I gave them all, the quick tour, and I was like, I was trying to give them drinks and snacks, but they had places to go, and they're like, well, maybe we'll come back. I was like, oh, tell me when, because I can start planning the tablescape now. Because that's what I do. It's so much fun. But, well, shall we?
Yeah, this was fun.
Shall we wrap it up?
I think we should.
I had a great time teaching y'all about Ida. Look
They're
up her
so cool.
Look up her illustrations. They are gorgeous. And keep an eye out for them as well. You never know. You could stumble across one.
You never know. It's
And
true. And now that we are thinking about it, even if, you're at an old used bookstore, just check,
Oh, it makes me want to go to that one bookstore we went to and see if they have it. But they're closed for summer. Weird. Well, I hope you all have a fantastic week.
Yeah.
It's been, I can't believe it's been 2 years. Like it went so fast.
Yeah.
There's so many more.
Yeah.
May you all just have a good week. I'm just going to keep saying the same thing.
Good week. Good karma. May you bring all of your biggest wishes and your holy grails.
Yes.
To your
attract them. Pull them to you.
Exactly.
Put it out in the universe, and you never know.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note,
good night, everybody.
We love you.
We love
See you next
you.
week.